All right, week 2, I'm going to just started recording week 2 of TNT Coach University, and hopefully you got to watch last week's Zoom or call in on it. And today I want to cover inviting and expanding your network on social media. So if you have any questions, post them in the chat box. Try to keep yourself muted, and I will go on. All right, cool. So inviting. The 3 vital behaviors, well, now there's 4. One is invite. That's the number 1 vital behavior. If you're not inviting anybody to join your challenge, join your team, you really don't have a business. So that's really important, and we'll talk about that today. The second one is being a product of the product. You're drinking your Shakeology, you are doing your workouts, following the workout plan from cover to cover. So basically from day 1 to day 60, day 21, whatever program you're doing, you're following that. Number 3 is personal development. So you are reading a book that is going to help you expand your skills, expand your mind, expand your knowledges, so you're able to better lead and help your challengers and help your coaches grow themselves and overcome any obstacles. So personal development, I would suggest picking something that's helping you overcome something that you need right now. Maybe it's time management. Maybe it's nutrition. Maybe it's how to post on social media. So there's several of those books. If there's any that you would like any suggestions on, definitely message me or comment in our group. And then the 4th one is recognition. Recognition, you're recognizing your team, you're recognizing your challengers, you're recognizing your spouse, you're recognizing your kids. So giving recognition daily. Those are the 4 things you want to be giving out daily in your business. And today we're going to talk about inviting and growing your network in social media because it's so important. Okay, so inviting. The key with inviting is you need to have something to invite to. So if you don't have a challenge group, whether it's a free challenge group or paid challenge group, you have to set a date. Pick what you want to do. If you're nervous about doing a challenge group on your own, I have my marketing calendar. You're always welcome to invite people to the challenges I am running. You just need to participate in them and engage with your challengers. But always choose the type of challenge you'd like to do. If you're nervous about running your own challenge, start with a free challenge. We have 5-day challenge group templates. You could even make them 7-day challenges and make them completely free. So you would set your date. And there's more details on that in our team page in the file section, and I could direct you to where that is if you have questions about those specifics. But the first thing you need to do is choose the type of challenge you want to do. Second, set a date. I suggest when you choose it, set a date for at least 2 weeks out. If it's a free challenge, it doesn't have to be that far out. It could be just a week out or even within a few days. So say you start inviting on Wednesday and you're starting on Monday for a 5-day clean eating, that's perfectly acceptable. But the importance of free challenges is a great place to invite people to who you just met. People who you want to maybe get to know. Maybe you think they might be a great person on your team. So free challenges are a great tool for that. And then also about getting you practice and experience in actually coaching people in your own challenge group. So you've chose your type of challenge, you've set your date, and I would suggest to create some type of photo. You can use apps. You can use just your picture and not put anything on it, but there's a lot of great apps. One of my favorites that I use that's super, super easy. I'm going to pull it up and show it to you. There's 2 of them that I mostly use. One of them is called A Beautiful Mess. It's ABM, this one right here. So simple. You can make just basic collages and basic writing, and it's very limited. And I like it because it's just super easy. And the other one that sometimes I'll make collages on A Beautiful Mess, like with 4 pictures of maybe 2 recipes that I've made or me working out or smiling face or something. And then I'll put it into this other app called Rona right here. This is a great app because the only thing about Rona is it doesn't make collages. So I'll make collages in another app, and then I'll use Rona to write on it or to add symbols to it or to filter it, because there's a lot of different fonts you could choose from. And then there's even preset things. So if you ever see my page and you see I put happy birthday or I put like flowers on the picture, that's all in Rona. Super easy. And I think it's like a $2 app, maybe. I don't know. But it wasn't expensive. It's an investment in your business. So those are the two. I have a bunch of apps, but literally those are the two that I often use. And then you can put it over a picture, and it doesn't have to say, join my challenge or whatever. It can just say something simple on it that you want to put out there. But I suggest creating some type of photo that's going to be scroll stopping and eye catching. And what I mean by that is, I want you to think about when you are scrolling your newsfeed, what types of pictures make you stop and look. Not the scary, god-awful ones of like crazy ones. I mean, everybody stops for those. But what are ones that you actually like? What colors are they? Are they really crystal clear pictures? Are they selfies? A lot of people like pictures of you. I always suggest something with you in it. It could be you holding a salad. If you're doing a clean eating group, it could be you holding your water bottle, or I've done that lots of times with a cool water bottle that I just got. And I've been invited people to a water challenge where their goal is to drink half their body weight in water while I spill water all over my computer. Or there's clean eating. I'll be holding a salad and talk about it. Or even a cleaning, if you want to be funny, because I like to be funny in my posts sometimes. Making people laugh adds value. I would maybe post a picture of a cheat meal or a meal I shouldn't be eating, like a cake or whatever, and be like, okay, especially after a holiday or birthday party, crazy weekend or something, take a picture of the food or you eating it and be like, okay, who wants to join me in cleaning out a sugar detox or whatever. We have lots of templates in our team page that you can tap into, and we can go over that a little bit more in depth. So creating some type of pic. If you are on your computer, there's a great one called canva.com. That's how I create all of my banners in our Facebook groups, in my event pages. I will use that. It's free. And there's also another one called PicMonkey. But for me, PicMonkey's a little complex, but you could do a little more in PicMonkey. So both of those are worth checking out, but I don't want you to get overwhelmed with a picture. Just even, like I said, a picture with no writing, a cute little selfie of you with your picture, that is scroll stopping. So don't undermine the value of your picture in your post, because it's your page and people will see you and they will be like, oh yeah, I want to, hang out with Jennifer or Karen and do this. Oh, I remember whatever. So don't underestimate. Sorry, I have water that's spilled everywhere. Don't underestimate the value of that. So just keep it simple. So you're choosing your challenge type, you're setting a date, you're creating a little picture, or you're choosing a picture that you already have in your library that you'd like to use to promote it or put in your event page. And then you want to create an event page. I create event pages when there's a new challenge coming up, or when I'm running a mixed challenge group. I would suggest kind of coming up with a theme, and you've already decided what type of challenge you want to do. So maybe you want to do, it's March, so maybe you want to do a March Madness challenge or March Magic challenge, as Julie Voris mentioned in the call this week. Whatever it is that you need in your life right now, that is the challenge you want to create, because you are inviting people to join your journey. Do you need to increase your water? Do you need to get started on a new fitness program? Do you need to do a 3-day detox? Do you need to do a 21-day detox, the ultimate reset? What is it that you need in your life right now? And that's what you're inviting to. So you're always showing that you're working on your journey and you're inviting people to join it. So it's always authentic. You're always able to participate in the group. And then next, you'll be posting about it at least once a day. So I don't mean just that's all you post. At least once a day. It could be a soft little, there's a great book by Gary Vaynerchuk, and it's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And what he talks about is in your social media, no matter the platform. It's a great book, by the way. He shows examples in all platforms of social media of why they work and why they don't, and why they're a good jab and why they're a great right hook. So jabs are just little bits of information, little invites, little soft invites, like maybe a picture if it's a water challenge. The blatant one would be you with your water bottle or an empty water bottle. Be like, I need to increase my water. Help me, join me. But then you could maybe even give another post, or just give a little tip about why water is beneficial to you, or why you think you need, kind of a soft jab with a little invite. And then there's your blatant invite, which would be your right hook. So you're just posting about it. And just a side note on posting on social media, I'll talk a little bit more about it on the second half of the call, but you want to be posting at least twice a day. You can post like 5, 6 crazy times a day, but I want you to think about quality, making sure you're posting something that's of quality, something that you feel good about. And again, trying to think of what are the types of things you stop for and look, what makes you read that post. That's what I want you to think about. I don't want you to get overwhelmed with having to create it, but just think about it. And it could be something as simple. So depending on which program you have, right? Everybody has their Beachbody program. And with your Beachbody program, you have a meal deal here, right? So something of value is something that I did that was fun, is you can post a picture of a recipe. You can make one of the recipes and then post a picture of your recipe next to the picture and be like, nailed it, or whatever, and I always do it so they can't totally see the recipe, so that people comment and ask about, oh, what does the recipe say, or what's in it, and then I will give them that recipe. It's totally building value, adding value to people by sharing it, but you're going to get people liking and commenting on your post if you just kind of share a little bit about what you're doing and kind of keep it fun. So yeah, I do that a lot. I would not give out the entire book of recipes, but pick a couple that speak to you and then share those, and then you actually make it and share it. That's pretty cool. Something I'm really excited about, and I will be sharing about this, is in the new rations, rations for results in the new 22-minute hardcore, is he talks about spices. And he breaks down what spices go good with what foods. I mean, if you just pick one of these spices, that's a great post already. That maybe something that surprises you. So just to give you kind of ideas of types of things you can post and where you can find content, as well as the Beachbody blog. But taking little bits of content that interests you and then putting your little spin to it and telling people why it interests you. Because again, they want to know you, and they want you would be their coach. So they want to be able to see how they can relate to you. And if you're not posting on your social media, they're never going to see how you two can connect and what both of you have in common. When you have things in common with people, you want to connect with them and you want to reach out to them, or when they reach out to you, you're more likely to respond. So just keeping that in your mind with how you strategically post. And I don't want you to think, oh, I have to post to sell something. It's not that. It's about selling you. You're selling your brand. You're sharing a piece of you each time. You don't have to share your entire life story in every post. Some people do that, and it's a little much. So don't do that. Share little pieces of you. Maybe something that's your favorite color. Like I said, I'm really excited about the spices. I'm not going to share all the pages of the spices, but like I said, I'll probably share one of the spices that surprises me, and then say, for example, basil. Here's all the foods that go well with basil plus the other spices. So that's tons of content to continue just on one. So just to kind of break that down for you a little bit. All right, so you're doing that. You're posting about it, and then you are privately inviting people. So like I said, with free challenge groups, it's a great place for inviting brand new people who you've just met, or who are new to your network, or who don't really know you. It's a great way to get them engaged in what you're doing and invite them. Hey, glad to be new friends. I'm running a free clean eating group, or a free drink your water group, or a free sugar-free week. Would you like to join us? And I thought of you. I thought, whatever. I thought you'd like to check out what I do since we just met or whatever. Kind of in your own words, figure out how you want to speak to them. Okay, so that's basically it. We do have scripts in our team page in the file section for some of these things, but really you're just talking to people just like you would suggest a restaurant, just like you would suggest a movie, just like you would suggest a designer or, a clothing line or a mall. Just thinking about what is it that you like? What is it that you enjoy? What is it that you want out of this? That's what you're sharing. And like I said, you're going to be attracting those others that are like you, that think like you, and that can relate to you because you're sharing that personal side of you. I'm not saying you need to share every discussion you have with your spouse or your kids or your parents or every secret you've ever had in high school. That's not, a lot of people say, oh, you're always on Facebook, you share so much, but I don't share everything. There's so much I don't share. I'm only sharing things that I want to put out there and that I want to connect with others on. I'm always trying to help them with their fitness, help them, encourage them to continue to keep going, to keep fighting, and to join me on this journey because I think it's the best thing ever. I love it. So just keeping that excitement and sharing the things that you're excited about. And then now I'm going to switch over a little bit more to social media, talking about that. So you're always inviting. Your posts are always about inviting. You're always branding yourself. And on social media, I had already talked about you want to have at least 2 quality posts a day, preferably 3 or more, but at least 2. If you're not posting daily, make it your goal to get there on, once before noon and once in the evening or later afternoon. People will be on their phones probably between 9:30 and 12:30, midday kind of. They'll still be checking their phones on Facebook, popping in. So that's a good time anywhere in there that works for you. And then probably closer 7:30 to 9:30 in the evening. Maybe even sometimes I get good traction from 6 to 9:30, but a lot of times when I post late, people will be on too. So it just you just have to play with it and see which times work best for you, and then life just happens, so you're just going to have to post whenever it works out for you, right? But I want you to be thinking about the types of posts you want to be putting out there, and you can share struggles you're having, but always, 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 whenever you're sharing something negative or ever sharing anything, a struggle, always come up with your own solution to it and the upside. So you want to be the light. You want to think about being the light in social media. We have so much negativity, especially with the election this year, all the mudslinging that's going on with the politicians. You want to be the light. So definitely making sure that you are sharing your light, your positive spin on things, and you're attracting people to you in that sense because you're helping brighten their day by having a positive outlook. Don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate that. Early on as a coach for me, I kept thinking, what is content? What is that? What does that mean? It's anything you share. Anything that you find amusing. If I think something's funny, sometimes people don't think it's funny, but whatever, the people who get you will get you and they'll think it's funny too. So feel free to post it. Put yourself out there a little bit. And you don't have to put yourself out there like naked, but you do want to put yourself out there and create that open vulnerability, allowing people to get to know you, really know you versus the surface, because everybody's on their surface. Everybody just talks about the highlight reel. They don't really want to talk about their struggles or whatever is going on. There's still lots of things I don't talk about because I'm just not emotionally equipped to handle talking about them yet, So I'm not saying you have to just pour everything out there, but do share little bits of your story, little wins that you have. And maybe something was a struggle, for example, when you became a coach, what you were skeptical about and why you're not now, or what changed for you, or why you started a fitness program, why you decided to even do a Beachbody program in the first place. And you're so skeptical about Shakeology or about streaming your workout on your phone and doing that, or you were so skeptical that you were going to be able to encourage people or be a positive force in people's lives. And then look at you now. So just kind of thinking about your journey and sharing every step where you are versus trying to be something you're not. And then I also want you to think about, where do you want to go? Because now you're casting your vision. You're casting, I talked about this last time a little bit, but where do you want to go with your business? Do you want to have organic produce in your groceries? Do you want to have a budget for that? Do you want to free yourself from your job, from your corporate job? Do you want to start a foundation? Do you want to donate to something that's near and dear to your heart? Do you want a new car? Doesn't have to be crazy. Do you want to pay for your kids' private school, or extracurricular activities, or a vacation for your family for the first time in forever, or date night with your honey, or that new awesome pair of shoes or dress or workout outfit, or whatever it is that you got your eyes on? Think about, what is your vision for yourself in this business and why you're doing it. And those are little bits that you want to be sharing on social media. And every day you are expanding your network on social media by actively friending people, looking at friends of your friends and seeing, I'm not saying just add people you don't know, but add people who you do know. Because I have a reunion coming up this year, and I've been joined in groups or whatever for the reunion, and I've been finding people that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you. And so I've been friending people that way. So I'm not just friending some randoms. That can come later if you're maybe in a group. I'm also in groups, different Facebook groups for different things. And if we relate, then I'll friend request them. And a lot of times they'll accept me and we can have a little conversation. I've actually made really good friends from a couple of these groups. So don't hesitate to reach out and add people. You want to be thinking 3 to 5 new people you want to be adding to your social network, whether you're on Instagram. Well, now people are on Snapchat. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I'm not sure how that works in growing your network, but I'm sure somebody will figure it out. Facebook for sure, always adding people to your network. And then just in general, when you go to parties, when you go to whatever, whenever we go anywhere that's social, so we go out with friends for their birthday, or we're going to somebody's barbecue, or we're going to an event. If I meet people there, I say, hey, are you on Facebook? It's just a simple thing. It's super non-invasive. Like, people are really willing to friend you on Facebook versus give you their phone number if you just met. Unless you've already known them, then that's another thing. But that's a great little tool that I say to people, oh, are you on Facebook? And a lot of times people are like kind of private with their way they're setting. So then I get on their phone and find myself so they can friend request me. So that's another tip. All right, cool. So those are the 2 things I wanted to cover about inviting, super vital behavior, and then just expanding your network on social media. So if you're thinking about what are quality posts you want to put on social media, you could put something about your fitness journey, whether that's nutrition, tools you've gotten, aha moments. That could all be underneath your personal growth, your personal development, what you're reading, and then something personal, just a date night, your dogs, your kids, something just about you, your everyday, your outfit of the day if you're into fashion, your living room if you just styled it, if you're really into, I'm totally not into that, so don't come to my house if you're a furniture stylist, because you're going to be like, wow, you need help, or you can help me. Whatever it is you're just generally interested in. So something that I have a general interest in is knitting and crochet. So you'll see those posts. And I'm a Olympics fanatic. So as soon as the Olympics start rolling around, you're just going to see that all day long on my page. And we have a garden. So when we do stuff in our garden, I post about that. So just kind of thinking, if any of you have done this, Marie Kondo, this is her newest book, but the first one was the life-changing magic of tidying up. If you're into that, there's a whole bunch of people into that stuff. So anyways, so think about what it is that's unique to you. I want you to write down 10 things that you're interested in. 10 10 things that interest you in life. Do you love reading? Do you love knitting? Do you love playing the piano? Do you love spending time with your family? What are those things? Do you love being active in your church? Do you love tinkering? I don't know. I can name everything. Think of 10 things that are unique to you that you're interested in. Don't be judgmental on yourself. Just, it doesn't matter what you're interested in. Just write out those 10 things. And then what I want you to do also is write a separate list of 10 things that you are excited about for your fitness journey. And that includes coaching, that includes challenge groups, that includes clean eating, running, whatever. So 10 things you're excited about for your fitness journey, and then 10 things that are unique to you. 10 things just about you that you're interested in, etc. All right, that is your assignment for this week. I want to see those in your comments below. And I'm going to check real quick and see if I have any questions. I don't have any questions in the chat. So thank you for joining me this week. I'm looking forward to seeing what your interests are, and I will check you next week.